You're watching Virginia This Morning.
Well, happy Earth Day. Today is Earth Day, and Arbor Day is this Friday, the 25th. Dominion's Project Plant It has distributed more than 100,000 tree seedlings to elementary school students, teaching them how to plant trees, improving the environment.
Dominion's Project Plant It spokesperson, Paulin Cheatham, and Joe McElwain.
We worked on it.
From the National Arbor Day Foundation in Nebraska, joined us this morning. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
This is, you know, the fact that Earth Day and Arbor Day come close together, I think there's a certain symmetry there, obviously. I heard some good news this morning for those of us here in Virginia that the seagrass in the Chesapeake Bay has increased greatly in the last couple of years. Planting trees anywhere has an effect everywhere, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It does. Planting trees is a great thing to do, and Project Plant It is really about inspiring that next generation of tree planters, the elementary schoolers.
And Paulin, to get 100,000 trees into elementary school classrooms, that takes a lot of work.
It does take a lot of work, and we are fortunate to have great partners in the Arbor Day Foundation.
Yeah. You guys are making those trees.
It's exciting to be a part of Project Plant It because one of the things that we're all about at the Arbor Day Foundation is actually inspiring that next generation and making sure that kids today are growing up with a great understanding and a great appreciation of the outdoors, and trees play a huge part in that.
Well, you know, if you plant a tree, obviously you are making a difference. I don't know, we used to do like spruce seedlings years ago, and now we're doing red buds now, which is my favorite.
We did. We switched to the eastern redbud, which is a great tree. It's native to Virginia, so it grows well in this area, and it also has a low impact to the electric grid, which is also important to plant that right tree in the right place.
Yeah.
And Paulin, you mentioned an important fact, and Joe, certainly native is one of those hot topics right now. What difference does that make between well, clearly you wouldn't want to be planting invasive, but natives are important.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to make sure that every tree that is planted wherever it is something that is not only going to grow well, but is going to thrive and actually benefit the local ecosystem. And so that's one of the reasons that we chose the redbud for Project Plant It.
And it doesn't hurt that the redbud's just a beautiful tree, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Always a
that,
plus.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and of course there's that saying, the definition of an optimist is the person who plants a seed. So, you know, if you're teaching kids to plant something and watch it grow, obviously there's lessons way down the line on that. So do you actually go in the room and show them how to plant that? Because I see
we do sometimes, and this afternoon we're actually going to plant some trees with City of Richmond elementary schoolers at Woodville Elementary School.
Tools of the trade right here. Is this how you usually would receive them? Is this how they're getting them in the classroom? And so you're just popping these out and planting them?
That's right, and this is what they look like. And
You've already popped them out.
Yes,
so.
we have. Yes,
I couldn't wait.
Surprise there.
Right. Well, here, Jessica, let's have you just plant this
Sure.
tree. Let's do it that way. The first thing you want to make sure to do is to kind of clear your area and make sure that you've got, you know, all of the debris out of the way, and that the soil is nice and loose. And then you just make a small hole as big as you need, not any bigger, and make sure not to plant it too deep.
Do I need to rough up these roots or anything?
Not necessarily. It's
All
going to
right.
go right
nice
in
and
there.
damp.
That's right.
And it's good. And we're just going to pop that in. You got to get a little dirty when you're planting a tree.
It's true.
You do want to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
So you just want to kind of, you know, tamp that down a little bit.
Give it
and
some good
make sure
watering.
it's tight, and then water it.
Bill can help us out with the water there.
Good.
That's great.
And so then that's in there, and these red buds, at what rate would that grow? Do we know how many years before it's, say, 6 feet tall or something like that?
The Arbor Day Foundation is telling us it's a few years, maybe up to 5, before we really start to see them bloom, and it'll grow maybe about a foot per year.
Wow. So in 5 years, a child that's in grade school can see the difference they've made on the environment.
That's one of the great things. It's something that they get to watch their tree seedling grow over the years, and really enjoy watching that happen.
And really neat, you can keep it right in this container maybe for the first year or two and let it really get established.
Right, until a great planting time arrives, it'll be fine in here. Perfect. And you can transplant it out in the fall even into your yard.
All right, Joe McElwain and Paulin Cheatham, thank you so much for being here. You have the chance to enjoy their herbs galore and more. Make your own difference. It's coming up Saturday, April 26th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the Carriage House lawn at Maymont. For more information, you can visit us online at WTVR.com/VTM.
Yeah.
Sure hope you enjoyed the show today.
Yeah, it was great. Had a good time. And we'll be right back here again tomorrow, and we hope you join us for more Virginia This
They
Week.
might grow a little overnight.
Yeah.
They might.
These really are quick growers. I mean, it's like I had planted one. We have